So we've talked quite a bit about Tomo's assets. I suppose we haven't really explored Lillee, who, when he first came into the Australian side, sort of early 70s, was a bit of a tearaway, and at times was a bit wild. But he had become, perhaps because of that back injury, he'd become this refined machine who could really bowl fast if he wanted to and aggressively, but also he could bowl leg cutters. He was one of the early bowlers to discover reverse swing when the ball got older and scuffed up on those abrasive Australian wickets. He was able to swing the ball in reverse, and he was very good with the new ball because he could cut his pace down if it was a greener pitch and make it swing around. He had great control, magnificent action, didn't he? Leaping high into the air, braced elbows as he was about to release the ball. Beautiful position, head absolutely perfectly upright, eyes laser guided on the target. Magnificent sight, unless you were the batsman 22 yards away.
Yeah, and he'd worked really hard to get fit for the series. He'd missed a whole period of cricket to try to get fit, and he had kind of a cast across his chest to protect the stress fracture he'd had in his back. He'd remodeled his action, his run up, and as you suggest, and everything was kind of less frenetic. I kind of think of ever so slightly the change that Richard Hadlee made, because when Richard Hadlee started off, he was he would sort of sprint in all arms and legs, wouldn't he? It was a bit wild, and then he really refined himself as well, and turned into one of the top class bowlers. I mean, probably Lillee was more of a sort of a classic bowler, wasn't he, than Tomo? Although Tomo had this wonderful slingshot action, Dennis Lee was more of a surgeon, really.